right, settle down, students. Now, you are all here at the Iowa Writers Workshop because you are the best young writers in this country. Well published, well versed, and the respective voices of the new young America. You sit in the seats of giants, writers who have contributed vastly to the culture of Americana as well as the world as a whole. Now, let's all go around and introduce ourselves.
Well, hello, I'm Phil Donnelly. I'm an essayist. Most of my work focuses on the rejuvenation of post-Katrina New Orleans.
Hi, I'm Sadie McCleaver, and I've authored the Weeping Rose series of young adult novels. They're bestsellers, but I'm looking to mature those stories as my audience grows in numbers and age.
My name is Candace Walker. I'm from Burwell, Nebraska. I'm a new poet, and I'm lucky enough to have just returned from the Bread Loaf Writers Conference.
Doug Henning, I write fiction.
Doug, you want to tell us a little more about your work?
I think it speaks for itself.
All right. Well, now that we all know each other, we can get started with the work. I've asked each of you to bring a copy of your work. Please feel free to pull it out. And we'll ask you to read a paragraph or two, or a poem, if that applies to you. Doug, why don't you start us off?
Okay. This is from a selection of short stories called This and Here. Tuesday came and Ronald still couldn't get out of bed. His cold draining him, beating his lungs with every breath. A rasp in, a cough out. His insides felt like a fighter who went the distance and lost.
This is great, fantastic.
Let me finish.
Oh, sorry, I was just so struck I had to vocalize.
Like a fighter who went the distance and lost. Suddenly he heard a knock on the door. Tap, tap, tap. Gentle and friendly. Who is it? It's me. He knew it was Linda, the kind nurse he met at the hospital. Can I come in? Linda asked, nerves shaking her voice. Of course. The door opened and there was Linda, still in her scrubs. Looks like you're still recovering, she cooed, crossing to the bed. My body feels drained, he said. But it's nothing compared to my fat, hairy man raising. He pulled back the sheets, revealing his drained beanbag, still wet from the tongue she'd given him at the hospital. You haven't showered, she said, teasing him. I know. You said you like to smell my stinky hog from a room away, and I didn't want to disappoint. His greasy cock bulged. She smiled and pulled out her huge, fat rockin' tits.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
I'm trying to read my writing statement.
It's very graphic.
I thought this was the kind of place that encouraged a writer's voice.
Well, yeah, but...
Oh, okay, so let me explore mine.
Okay, yeah, I guess this is a forum for young writers, even if the material is a bit risque. I suppose that's part of the process. Okay, please, go ahead, Doug.
Thank you. Now, where was I? Oh, here we go. Her juicy melons flopped out of her hospital scrubs. Her nipples almost as hard as his meat rod. And she wrapped those fun bags around his veiny slush pump.
No,
pump.
You know what?
Pump.
That's enough.
I haven't even got to her vagina yet.
Well, that's all we'll be hearing from you.
She also had a really sweet bush.
Give me that. Somebody else, please read. Philip, you're a published author. I think we can trust you to get us back on track. All right.
This is from an essay called Swimming Lessons. I stood on the end of the dock. A man my age should not still fear the still water. But to me it was an abyss, bottomless and without mercy.
Good so far. See, Doug, you could learn something here.
I resolved to turn back, but that is when I saw her, the Lady of the Lake. A vision, but surely real.
Nice fantasy term.
Mm-hmm. Suddenly I could no longer avoid the water. I dove in, forgetting my fear, and I was guided and at the same time blinded by my steel-hard boner. It was as if suddenly I knew how to swim. Her big flopping Lady of the Lake titties. Cold, begging to be murdered. quickly get to that treasure-chested skank floating below. My fat dick was acting like a motor and a rudder of a goddamn torpedo. She looked like Kaylee Cuoco from The Big Bang Theory, but with way bigger bazingas.
Stop it! Stop! Just stop it! Jesus, this is smuttier than Doug's!
I am erect.
Shut up! Both of you! Now please, does anyone in here have a writing sample that is not dime store erotica? Please.
I've written a coming of age story.
Good, great, go ahead, thank you.
This is from a novel I'm writing called Moments. Hunter and I were the only boys left in the locker room after practice.
Oh God.
There we were in the shower, two little boys. In the shower. Two little naked boys alone in the shower. The water rushing on our naked little boy bodies, the blood rushing within. Glistening, naked little boys.
Stop saying naked little boys!
I really liked it.
Shut up! Both of you, now, that is it. All right, I am done with you people. You know, I started teaching here to shape young writing voices, not produce pornography.
It's just naked little boys in a shower.
Yuliya. Now that is it. I'm disgusted with you all. You know, I think it might be a good idea if you all just left for the day.
Oh, but sir, I didn't get a chance to read mine yet, and it's a poem.
I don't know.
Well, it's not about sex.
Do you promise?
Yes. In fact, this is a deeply personal poem about growing up poor in the heartland. I can see that you're upset, but I would really value some feedback.
Yes. Of course. I'm sorry. Please, go ahead.
He is strong but careless, this man I've known as father. He enters from the field, tired, vacant, and I, in my hand-me-downs, he smiles, and I strike. I dig the knife into his throat first, gushing and crimson. I slice left to right, more blood in his throat than air. I hack his penis. Hack, 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 hack. Hack his penis. Hack, hack, hack. I miss him when it snows. But his heart is the souvenir I keep in a jar next to the rosemary.
No notes?